I feel so out of order. My brain is hazy. The shadows in the corner, they make me crazy. All my ghosts came back to life. Every whisper, every lie. It's a restless emptiness. I can't deny I'm anxious. I'm anxious. Can't deny I'm anxious. Why are good intentions always interrupted? Clouded intuitions, no way can I trust it. Toss and turning in the night when you got a trouble mind. In the darkness I confess I can't deny I'm anxious. I'm anxious. Can't deny I'm anxious. I'm anxious. Can't deny I'm anxious.
So I have a new way to make my connection stable faster. It's not a fixed problem, but it's better than nothing. I'm so tired of this issue coming up because they're too cheap to just replace my fucking router, man. Like, honestly, I'm so tired of it.
Now on beat, know some other way to find what you see.
It's ridiculous that this issue happened for months and didn't get fixed, and then now has finally been fixed once, and now it's just, you know, it's back. It's back again. Did it even post that I was doing this? No, it didn't. What's wrong with Pinkboard? Wow, there's a lot of people in the server. I'm kind of like just now looking at the server since I had to post a message. There's a lot of people on the server. That's something. That's good stuff. Hello, Zany. Good morning. There's a lot of people that are offline. I'm gonna give it another song after this. See if anybody else pops in. Got the job. Good stuff. Well done. Congratulations. My job has been a nightmare because more code problems keep coming up than I'm expecting to come up. And it's just being an inconvenience. Which is just great. Just great when you end up having just nothing but bugs in your code 24/7. Pretty much just how life goes, in all honesty. I think I bonked my mic at some point and I messed up the gain. Here we go. That's probably better. I've also gotta edit the Resident Evil 4 playthrough. Do I even have it? I do. Yeah, I already have the VODs downloaded. I just need to actually do it. No, but I don't want to do it. Oh, I wish I could do it on my laptop. My laptop can't handle that. It's too heavy on the memory and the GPU. When should I post that? Ugh. When should I post the Resident Evil 4 highlight vid? There's almost 100 people in my Discord server. What the hell? This is wild. Like, I'm literally just now looking at it and holy crap. 73, 16, that's 89 people are in my Discord server. That is so wild to me. I don't know where Supreme is. He's usually here by now. I also don't know why Pingcord still hasn't picked up on the fact that I'm live yet. Rather concerning. Alright, well. Okay, that's background noise. I switched over to the game and I was like, is it repeating my microphone? No, that's background noise. End is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is loading. Never. So I've heard that this game, it's dead in here. It's early and I'm late. When I'm on time, it's usually a little more lively, but then people go back to bed if I'm not on time. But hey, I want to stream twice a week, and I also...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Want to play with my friends in the evenings.
Stanley worked for a company
evenings,
in a big building where he
am.
was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Pretty much what I
Orders came to
do.
him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Every single day?
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Okay.
Stanley was happy.
Game likes to fuck with you. I'm ready for it.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
No orders.
One had showed up to give him instructions.
And no
call a
maidens.
meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Whoa, okay, alright, turn down the mouse sensitivity, holy shit. That's still too high. My gosh. I still feel like that's too high. Okay, now it's too low, but that's because I turned down my DPI. Just completely minimize it. Alright, that's too low. Little higher. There we go. Exit the game. Why? Why exit the game? Like, completely? Alright, I just exited. Welcome back. Quit the game and start it again. Alright.
This is the story of a...
Okay. What did that do for me? Is that like an achievement or something? That's later. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's the...
No matter how hard Stanley looked,
Mondays.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, there's something. I can't read it because... Oh. Well, I hope somebody wasn't running something important. Because if they are, I just completely fucked
Stanley
it
went
up.
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yeah, well, too bad. I'm gonna touch everything in the office anyway, because I wanna. Okay, so I bet I can get in from that side. Who are you? Username, access. Bunch of gibberish. Turn off the computer. Be my Valentine. Aww. I bet there's an achievement for turning off all the computers. Alright, so I checked both of those doors. Can't get through that door.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Well, I'm picking up fine on cues from my environment. I just don't care. Get up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I don't want to follow the narrator voice? I could follow the narrator voice, or I could not. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Tails.
Looks like we're going on the left. Tips for not getting
Yet
fired.
there was not a
Talk
single
less,
person here
do
either.
unbelieving, amazing
Feeling a
work all the
wave
time,
of
every day, with no
disbelief,
exception of promotion
Stanley
or
decided to
recognition.
go up to his
Don't get
boss's
fired.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. He slides to ensure employees that everything is okay. Sure has a slide blue graphic in the header and some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Sorry, they're mowing the yard outside. Everyone is unique. You most of all. All animals are created equal. Some are more equal than others. Number of slides on this slide. Charts, charts, and slides. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Slide chart ratio, market report. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Fucking hell. Please, no more charts, please. I'm begging. No more charts, stop. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute, start at the top. 20 things you love the most about your boss. Found in triplicate. Triplicate? 3 times? Find yourself in a conflict with another division employee, but more inclined toward conflict. Pro the end parentheses. Why did we hire you? It takes 2 people to start a fight, and right now you're both of them. What are your dreams for the future? Talk radio, mitosis, football, less air, clear skin, hope, pollution, metamorphosis. What? Alright, we're back to the game. What is hot? Profits. Huh? What do people want? Stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Stripes. Required more secondary research. What is hot? Target demographic. Teenagers. Telephone directory. Things. Happy feelings. Mike James, you are fired. Poor Mike James. Money. More money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Bi-quarterly. Bi-quarterly? Just say... Wait, bi-quarterly? That would be once every month and a half. We need hopeless. We need more/less, so we need less reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion of the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Work harder, hard worker. Size of demographic, space between the teenagers, a lot of percent. Throw something in the bin. So, throw something in the ideas bin. 10, no more bins. Trash can. 2, renaming of the ideas bin. 3, firing of me. I want to read all the things. Meeting room, meeting schedule. Why are there so many different groups? Pranking floors meeting? What? Cabal? Cabal planning? Do not alter without consulting the whiteboard manager. Rest in peace, Franz. What in the world? Pre-review of weekly review. Man, this really is how work goes, isn't it? Just reviews of meetings, of charts, of things. Surprised you didn't leave yet, but I want to read all the things. Funding of R&D. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Synergize papers. And not cost efficient. Hire somebody to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire the paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets off on the topic of blah 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 blah. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Tomorrow. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. Oh my gosh. This really is how this goes, isn't it? It's just meanings of things of... Okay, let's go. Whoa.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
But it said to get something out of here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
I'm gonna stay here.
No reason to still be here.
He's protesting a lot. That makes me think there's something here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes, I am.
Standing around doing nothing?
Uh-huh.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
It's to piss you off. Achievement in the old game where you log out for 10
You
years
do
and come back at
realize
the end of the
there's
10
no
years, you
choice or
get an
anything in here,
achievement.
right?
That's crazy.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Who cares if you would have thought to mention it or not? I'm doing this. I'm
Maybe
chilling.
to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I hope they do too. That sounds ridiculous.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Accusing
That
me
or
of
the drug
nepotism.
money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
How dare you, Mr. Narrator? You asshole.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like
He's
this,
talking
the
about
responsible
me,
thing is to alert
not
someone
Stanley.
nearby
Me,
so as to
Benji.
ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
What the
Please
fuck?
remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
I mean, it's gonna be...
All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Let me go back into the broom closet again.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look.
Oh man, that's so great. Oh, you too. Oh no. This
You
poor
can hammer out
guy.
the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Can I do it a third time? Can I? Can I do it a third time? No, I can't do it a third time. Alright, whatever. Alright, cool.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Tails, we follow the story path. Heads, we go downstairs. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Ah, shit, you guys couldn't hear it. Let me do it again. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's heads.
Alright. No story path for us.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
B?
why had he taken that risk?
1,
All
2,
because he
B4?
believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
That's kind of what I was
Stanley
just
said to
thinking.
himself,
Is this all
this
repeating?
is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Because he's a Mr. Narrator.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course,
why is that just now
this
popping
was
up?
not a
Quit the
dream.
game and
How could it be?
start it again?
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak
Well,
these
why am I
words
in a
was quite shock to
non-Euclidean
Stanley.
area then?
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh,
He
I
felt
can't
the
move.
cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Why does he
Please,
want to push
it's
the
all I
buttons so
want.
bad?
I want my apartment and my wife
Oh, he has a
and my job.
wife.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I am not okay. And I'm back. All right.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley.
Walk
I have
back
a
as in
boss. I have an
walk
office.
backwards?
I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Uh-oh. r/14, and this is deep.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Dead?
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Not crazy,
And in
you're
that
crazy.
moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
She didn't even tell anybody? What? I'm back at the start? Alright, cool. So... I guess that's an ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Whoa, this one's different. It said it was waiting on input, and now it says input received. That's new. That didn't happen last time. None of my number keys work. Wait for like 10 hours? No. I don't have that kind of time on stream.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go right this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I sit. Can I sit and take it all in?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It's absolutely worth it. I like chairs and paintings.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
That plant in the
It's
corner.
possible that this is why
It really
everyone
gets
left.
going. Look at that plant. Look at those leaves.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
No. We wait. Plant is the god. The god of the office is the plant. The plant. We stand the plant. Love the plant. Love the plant. I'm gonna check my texts. Getting plant. Love plant. My plant. Our plant. Yes. Yes, our plant. Yes. Yes. Our plant. Okay, yeah. That's nothing more.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Yeah, did I? Did it? Did I? I could go this way. I don't know. Which way do I want to go? Let's do the normal thing. Tails, we follow the narrator. Heads, we go off the other way. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's tails.
Okay. Story path.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But I want to see what else is in here. Ooh. I'm a sucker for a big red button. Don't. I'm a sucker for a big red button. I had
He
to.
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
We're trapped. Good. What? I can't even do anything else, really?
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
Oh.
What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, no.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I didn't expect it to let me. Whoa. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to...
Whoa.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Whoa.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game.
Reset
from
the screen so I can take a screenshot
And this
first.
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
It literally did. It literally.
All of his co-workers were gone.
It did. It just.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's awesome. Now it's not waiting for input anymore. I'm gonna...
When Stanley... Wait.
What? What?
No,
What?
no, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere?
I don't think I did.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
I've never
Right
played
here
the
just a
Stanley
minute
Parable
ago.
before. Also,
I
I'm
know
pretty
for
sure
sure
you're the
that
one
it's
that
here
gifted it to
somewhere.
me. So,
Okay,
hey,
then.
shout out
It's
to
an
you,
adventure.
man.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh no. I'm thrown into the deep end here, man. I don't know which way it is. Yeah, it was like forever ago at this point. Oh, it was forever ago that you gifted it to me and I just never ended up getting around to it. Oh, good. Oh, good. Just pick one. Chair? Chair? What chair?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely
man,
that we'll ever progress by starting
time.
over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! Aww. Oh well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm just trying to do everything I can think of. That one's off again. The achievements have been a little bit delayed, so it very well could have triggered. No, I guess it didn't. Never mind. There's a whole event, though, not just gives an achievement.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Okay.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I mean, I clicked on everything, so sure, why not? Oh, coffee I never noticed before. It's probably because you're in the middle of a storyline. Yeah, that'll do it. So I do need like a fresh entire start.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Whoa.
The story. Here it comes.
Oh no.
No, wait, never mind.
Oh,
Not
no.
the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Once you get this ending, I'd try again. Sure, I believe you. Uh-oh. This is, oh,
Now
this is different.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Neither do I.
Is this the story?
This is
I don't
new.
think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what?
I don't remember
Since I've
anything.
completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing,
Oh,
how
where'd the
about
door go?
this? You win!
Hey!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work,
I
and it
won!
really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Yes, I
Some
did.
people win fair and square, and
I
this was
walked
not one
around
of those
and did
situations.
things.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Again. I love he's just like, I gotta restart. Oh, okay. Alright. So I'm still
All right,
on it.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Follow the line. Oh? Do I follow the line or do I go where it usually makes me go? I don't... Because this usually isn't where that goes.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
I love it. No, I'm done. I'm done. Ooh, he's candy. Okay. Solitaire 425 is slacking. Gaming on the job.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination,
Yeah.
even if there's no story there?
Yeah.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Obviously.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can
Please
both
continue.
agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Yeah, I guess technically it is.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
I don't.
Hang on.
I'm
That
an
was a bit
engineer,
weird
man.
back
I
there.
don't know.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music.
Oh
to
my
lighten
gosh,
the
it's
mood.
gonna play elevator music. Oh, it's not elevator music. Ooh. Whoa. This is great. Oh my gosh, the keychain. No, let me get to the doors. I have doors to click. Oh my gosh, there's so many mugs. I don't think I can walk on the ceiling, guys. A question mark of question marks. Love it. Did my daylight chase music be like... This is great. I'm loving this experience. Why did it take me so long to play this game? Yeah, Zandy was filling me in on that earlier. The whole 10 years achievement. We're going... Oh, no, not yet. Whoa. What? Whoa. What? What? I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. That did not help at all. There we go. Which line is right? So this is one path. Which one is right? I'm going this way.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Just take a
You won't want to miss
screenshot.
anything.
What if I go back? Can I still go back? Oh, nope, it's gone. I made my choice. I made my bed. Now I get to lie in it. This is what happens when you give a man free will. The screenshot sound. I know.
We're back at the
Well,
office? No.
I have a love-hate
No.
relationship
Line,
with the fact
you
that
do know
it,
we're looking for the Stanley parable, right?
it lets you guys
The
hear
story?
that.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
It makes it rough when I'm recording something and I try to grab like a thumbnail in the middle of recording, because then it's in the recording. But then on stream for comedic moments like this, it's fantastic. I go this way again.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line?
The line
Perhaps we could have found the
TM.
story on our own.
It makes it better in this game. Oh, it absolutely makes it better in this game. Comedically different opinions. But you're about to ask why I say I've been wanting the ever. You think Ogrim was the easiest Ogrim? White Defender? Because he would just be the White Defender, right? They didn't modify Ogrim. Did they? Did they modify Ogrim too in the Pale Court mod? Oh, Hegemol. I don't know, but I played a little bit more off stream and off camera and stuff, and I didn't do any better against the other bosses, but I did beat Hegemol again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
104
after
is
everything we've been through,
fired.
you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
601 is
Restart.
fired. No! The storyline just keeps going. Boop.
You know what, Stanley?
Oh.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Uh,
We're intelligent people, right?
no.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something
I'm
exciting,
not creative.
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
How about a different direction? I want to follow the line. Okay, whatever.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path,
Yzma's
a new
awful.
story. Well, it could be
Hate
anything.
Yzma.
What do you want our story to be?
Oh no.
Go wild.
Oh no.
Use your
Non-Euclidean
imagination.
geometry. Oh no.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
No.
Oh, no,
Oh,
not you
the
again.
line!
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the
Yay!
line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I love the line. And where are you going? Come back.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Oh, no.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Oh, no.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere. Which means that
love
somewhere,
this game.
the place where we're trying
I
to
get to go against the
there
status
must be a
quo, and the
reverse
game
door
tells me what it
that leads
thinks.
here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I go on the left. I want to go on the right. I want to go on the left. I also want to keep walking in circles. I turn on the volume and all I hear is, oh no. Because I've been given free will. You've been playing the confusion
hold up, what's this?
ending for 16 minutes.
The confusion ending.
First
You're
restart.
telling me
Ooh,
that's
ooh,
what this is.
ooh,
It's all one
ooh,
giant
ooh,
ending.
ooh.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
I don't know what
It's all
time I'm on. What time am I on?
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I
Adventure
restart
into
again.
Unexplored,
Then what?
find the line
Am I
again,
just
find the
supposed to
confusion
forget?
ending schedule, narrator
what if I don't
restarts
want to
the game.
forget?
So we're on the 5th
My
restart.
mind goes blank
It's about
simply
to
because
do
it's
it.
written here on this thing.
I love that it gives a
wall.
playing counter. This is
Well,
so
Who
good.
consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Oh,
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
the narrator is
How
gone
will we
after a
even
long
know?
time. Stanley
Will someone come for
dies.
us? Will something happen? So, okay.
One seven two eight five nine. Is that
You know,
important?
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story.
Is that a
Wouldn't you
code?
agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're
Oh, it
always
didn't
saying
matter
that
if we
life is
did the
about
left or the
journey
right.
and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
See, Yzma's
Well, in
use
the
of
meantime-
ads is really good. That's what makes it a really, really difficult fight. I don't know what you mean by... Oh, the chair that was in the room. Narrator forgets about previous restarts.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any
Okay,
way.
alright. So we are still in the
Stanley
confusion
clicked
ending.
on literally
Ooh,
every
hello.
single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Oh, input number 2 received. Alright, cool. So that's part of the confusion ending. Or the confusion storyline, I guess, rather.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Okay,
open
what do I do?
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Narrator forgets about previous restarts. Stanley attempts to play the story but is prevented, unable to go anywhere or do anything. The game restarts on its own. Does it matter which way I go then?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This is all still the same. Can I do the broom closet again?
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.
He
I'm just going to be
remembers.
patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
I enjoy
Please
pissing you
take
off.
Your time.
Overwhelmed with the fascination of OJ's lawyers. That's great. Aw, he didn't say anything anymore.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
If I go downstairs again. I could go downstairs again. No, because that led to an ending. That led to the death ending. So let's go upstairs. Seems like a fun game. It's been something. More inputs.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Whoa.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
So dark. Could I have put that on the keypad? Oh, well, now I can't put anything on the keypad. I guess I'll just keep that in mind. Oh, shit. How to approach the phases. Both of the core two have vastly different approach. This time it says loading. It doesn't say never ending.
Deeper into the
Hey, kitty cat.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I do feel
it
a bit
was
peculiar.
a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I'm a giraffe.
This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape! If light is on, call extension 914 immediately. Light is on.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it,
Escape.
the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Escape! That's an escape of sorts.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Escape!
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Escape! Escape! I make no second thoughts.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
But I can't jump.
Forever in his narrow vision of what this world
You can't jump. No,
Perhaps
seriously, we
his
disabled it. I just got an achievement.
By plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the
What?
narrator,
Huh?
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Who are
In a
you?
single visceral
You're not my
instant,
narrator.
Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Huh?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every
Whoa.
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
I have no
death
idea what's
becomes
going on.
meaningless,
I'm
making
having a
life the
great
same.
time.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already
Order
dead
has been
from the
moved and
moment
altered to
he
ensure
hit
the player
start?
reaches the doors and Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. Core layout remains almost identical to the narration. Stanley's computer. Nature paint. What is this? It would ruin the fight, but it would make it so much easier. Next time you get back to your office, don't leave, just close your office door. Congrats on 400 subs, thank you. Button sound. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. What? Where am I right now? The two doors. The set of two open doors is the very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. Once this room is created, the rest of the game emerged in an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Yeah, Texas is quite hot. This is the museum. Duh. Credits. Wow. That's cool. Where do I go now? Conspiracy was so good it was able to defend the fact that blood was spilled on the scene. Why is somebody... I haven't streamed on Twitch in, like, months. Why is somebody following me on Twitch? Also, why did the alert not go off? Is chat working right now? Bet chat hasn't been working, has it? Launch break. I love me some launch break. Yeah, chat's working fine, but is it appearing on screen? It has not been on screen. Okay. What's wrong? What's wrong with my widgets? Well, that's something that I'll mess with a little bit later because I don't feel like doing technical troubleshooting right now. I was working on the starting soon screen the other day. Like literally on Monday, it was working on the starting soon and the ending screen. Well, I'll troubleshoot that a bit more later. Not something I'm worried about right now. And no testing for you. If you replace NKG for just a random Grim child flying around the room the entire time, it would ruin the fight, but it would make it easier. I know it's not a good point, but I hate the ads, and I hate area denial. I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it. An ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it, it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Wow. Got words, larger. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? Wow. Technical difficulties are a streamer's life. They're just life in general, man. 1112800. Narrator emails. People to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here's a selection of... What is the difference between a duck? A duck and what? How did I end up here? I haven't even done the whole game yet. Oh, oh. Okay, sure. Balanced by it being to heal on faith. It is not. You can do most endings in any order. What? Whoa. This place is huge. Oh. I made it back. I made it back to the start area. That's cool. Recorded dialogue for the entire game.
Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about them throwing a surprise party for him for all his buttons pushed at the top? Does that sound plausible to you?
I love that. They picked a great guy for the narrator. Do the endings in pretty much any order. There's so much freedom. I'm not used to having so much freedom in the ending. Hey, or freedom in video games, speaking of. There was possibility or insufficient enough evidence. Stanley's office. The evolution of Stanley's office. Wow. This is cool. Farm solve the trapper as long as you see and then heal only once you can problem. Okay, that's a good tip.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Oh, I got squished. Do I have to exit the game? I mean, it's not really letting me do anything. Is that what I was supposed to do, or was I supposed to, like, exit? The narrator wasn't there to restart for you.
Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained
So
for that.
accurate.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Hey, chat's working.
In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
See, my
Soon,
strategy was to
very
be in
soon
the
now,
air during
this will
phase 2.
end.
Maybe that's why I was
He will
suffering.
be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay. Alright. I'm assuming I'm out of it. Currently on the road, but I got a hotspot working. Nice, good
All
stuff.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly
why I keep
5
clicking it.
clicks.
That's why I'm still
suppose
clicking
you were
it.
to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of
That's
effort
why
that
I'm still
warrants
clicking it.
recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Still doing
Perhaps
it.
50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Come on. Give me the money. Give me the money.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
That's why I'm still
don't you
clicking
go put
it.
20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh, okay. Alright, sure. 20 clicks. Door 417. Where's door 417 at? 42042 417. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, great.
5.
Now, go click
Oh.
a few times on door 437.
437 was back this way. So it's not the audio that does it. It's how many times I
Excellent.
actually click.
I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Okay.
Now, back to door number 437.
Back we go. It's like fetch quests, but funnier.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I love this. This is awesome.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
How? How do I climb on 419's desk?
Yes!
Oh.
This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Okay.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
I feel like he's gonna come.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
I feel like I just made the narrator climax. That's quite good. That's quite funny. That's quite good. Alright. Oh. Wow. Not very glorified. Conspiracy would have been thrown out, probably. Holy shit, that was awesome. Way more rough due to the fact that healing can't be done effectively. Gods are there. Sure that, and the space makes it way harder. Yes. Yes. A dreamy narrator. If you know, you know. I don't know.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Alright, let's actually follow the narrator. This is different. Oh, no, it wasn't.
When Stanley
It's just
came
been
to
so
a set
long.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's follow the narrator this time. How many ways it can be interpreted. There's so much happening. It's great. Like,
Yet
reading
there
these
not a
was so
single
much
person
fun.
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
No!
to go up to his boss's office,
My broom
hoping he
closet!
might find an answer there.
My broom closet, man.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't know where that comes into play, but I'm excited for what it does. This didn't open last time. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. They've got a point. Did you get the broom closet ending already? That one's my favorite. Input! Love input. Johnny 5. Kind of just saying Granite makes the fight fun. Think of ways to keep airtime to a minimum. Oh. I don't know if this is a good idea. Oh my gosh, the music. The music. I'm vibing. Did you hear a voice? The narrator's humming along. You can hear him so faint. It's not me, I promise. Well, not me, Benji. It might be Stanley, I guess. Although I am fighting the urge to. No, it's not me in real life. It's not! I promise it's not me! How could it be me when I'm talking while it's happening, you know? Each and every ending has so many possible meanings. Paradoxically, they all become meaningless. It doesn't make sense, but par for the course. How long do I have to ride this elevator for? How dare you gaslight me on sub? Okay, that's just an experience. Alright, sure. Man, this game is great! Pre-recorded Benji. No, now you're gaslighting me.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
Hey, Zany, what was that
Stanley
code from
wondered
earlier?
aloud to nobody.
I got the death one hoodie. 172859. 172859. 728.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Okay.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 284. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly
Phase
opened
3 is nothing
passageway.
new, other than don't touch the wall. Phase 4 is just the shotgun vine attack forever. And it's pretty short, right? No, sorry, not the squish ending, the one where you're in the basement with the car and you keep going in circles and you have an existential nightmare.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
The insanity
Stanley thought to
ending.
himself. Did he have the
I don't think I
strength
got
to
the
find out?
confusion ending. Like, I don't think I succeeded in getting the confusion ending. I think I stopped short.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Which employee am I again? 439, right? The adventure line. Yes, we did encounter the adventure line, but then it stopped. We're gonna have to try that.
This
that one again.
mind control facility,
Remember how
it
I
was too
got
horrible
there. How
to
did I
believe. It
get-
couldn't be true.
How did I
Had
get
Stanley
there?
really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Probably. Can't die to the projectiles, you have to finish her off. Smack.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
Someone else's control.
Never.
It's my
It was
control.
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the
Confusion ending was simply
world?
the confusion of whether or not you got the confusion. Is there an achievement for the
But here
each
was the
thing?
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or
Offline.
content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ooh, I see a number 4. See a number 4. Where's number 1? There's a number 4 up there. There it is. 1, 2. Where's number 3? Where's number 3? Where's number 3? The big red button. There's number 5. There's number 3. Number 3. There it is. Yep, number 3. Now number 4. Now number 5. I did not see a number 6. I did not see a number 6. Therefore, a number 6 must not exist. I'm still not seeing a number 6. I've been around the whole place. Hegemol. Supreme, can you not beat Hegemol?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was...
Oh! I wasn't trying to hit the on or off button yet.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I was gonna hit the on button.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
He
Where
is
had
not
his
an
co-workers
RNG
gone?
machine. His attacks
How
are
had
very
he been
consistent.
freed from the machine's grasp?
The order of them is
What
not
other mysteries
consistent,
did
but
this strange
once you
building
know what
hold?
attack he's
But
doing,
as
it's very
sunlight
easy to
streamed
dodge.
into the chamber, he realized
rest of
none
them
of this mattered to him, for it was
have
not
no
knowledge or
consistency.
even power that he had been
Except for
seeking,
Zamir,
but happiness.
which is bad.
Perhaps his goal
dodging
had
her
not been to
attacks.
understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
The
it
Belko
will be
experiment.
his.
It's an
And that was
interesting
all he
movie.
needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I am
Stanley
following
felt
the narrator.
cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility
You
of
escaped
the
the mind
new
control
path
facility by
before
doing
him.
exactly as someone else
This
told you
was
to.
exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
The main theme of
And
the game is
Stanley
don't do what people tell you.
Was happy.
Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. What other achievements are there? Like, I haven't actually looked at the achievements. There's the 8 achievement. There's the achievement. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. I have no idea what endings are what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I must have all 5 inputs. Ooh, I missed a door. I missed a door. I missed a door. I'm gonna do this every single time.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
See, the order of his attacks are very weird, but his attacks are at least consistent, and if you know what to do
When Stanley
about them...
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So for the
This
confusion
was
ending...
not the correct way to the meeting room,
We
and
did the
Stanley knew
right.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, because then we did
Wow.
the employee lounge.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah,
And
we
so
did
he detoured
this.
through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the
Then we
opposite
did
door,
this.
and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
The last thing that happened for the confusion ending
From
was
here,
it
it's,
restarted and
left.
the narrator had no memory of it at all. Narrator forgets about previous restarts. It was after the 5th restart. And then it says Stanley attempts to play the story but is prevented, unable to go anywhere or do anything. But I was
Oh,
able to
no.
go places.
No, it's to
I
the right,
was
my
able to
mistake.
do things.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly...
And then I
dear,
eventually
hold on for a
ended
minute,
up at the squish death ending.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left,
And then that
down,
ending
left,
actually
right.
happened.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I was able to
okay,
do the
okay,
430
yes.
door.
I've got
thing.
it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Yeah, end up in the monitor
we just-
room,
we just
narrator
back
restarts
to,
the game.
oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Oh.
But rather than waste
Once
my
you
time
reach the
trying to
confusion
salvage
ending
this
schedule
nonsense,
and reset,
we'll
that's
just
the ending. Okay, cool. Begin the game again then. Let's just not do that. One way and the other, but if you're on the wall, he just rams. So what he does is he goes
All of
in
his
whatever
co-workers
direction
were
that
gone.
you are in.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So if you are in between the tiny
Stanley
bit of
went
him
around
and the
touching
wall,
every little thing
right?
in the office, but it
Then
didn't
he
make a
goes
single
toward the wall
difference,
again. He goes
nor
whichever
did it
direction that
advance
you're
the
in.
story in any way.
Look at all the computer monitors.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Okay,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
so
he
we
entered
followed
the
the
door on his
voice.
left.
I think we've done everything on that side of things. Let's go this
This
way.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't. He went this way, because this way looks
Stanley was
interesting.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
I'll do that later.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For who?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
See, you don't, your
She's been
family
waiting.
does.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
It was most fitting to be saved for last.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
What an
I'm
asshole.
trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No.
Sorry, but
Oh.
you're in my story now.
You are my enemy.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named
Whoa,
Stanley.
death. Whoa. Mm-mm. Nope. Not gonna do it.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a
Mine
button.
is attacks fast, so
Now
different. My brain can't
he's
react
eating
to this
lunch.
shit.
Now
You have the
he's
same
going
fucking starting
home.
frame.
Now
That
he's
does,
coming
yeah, that
back to
one does
work.
suck.
One
I know
might
which
even
two you're
feel
talking
sorry
about. They
for
both
him,
have to do with
except that
throwing
he's
up the
chosen
pieces
this
of the
life.
floor.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press I to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Wow, this is depressing.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he
If I don't-
relived it again,
What?
and then
I bet-
again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps
Failed
if he
champ
played
is
just
for
one
sure
more
rough.
time.
He's so fast. Press Q to tell
But there
your
is
wife
no
you
answer.
love her.
How
Oh
could
my
there possibly
gosh.
be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an
Oh,
observer.
wow, this is depressing.
That
It's
as long
pretty
as he
much just
remains
the
here,
Stanley Parable
he's slowly killing
summarized.
himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here,
Better than
watch
fighting
this.
those fucking Hollow
Stanley,
Knight bosses
the next
again.
time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Do I press it? Or do I not press it? To press or not to press? That is the question. Should I press the button? Chat. Should I do it for the lulz? The fact that our opinions are literally the exact opposites are very funny to me. It's just the different way that our brains work. Process information. Do I press the button? This is the golden question. Do I do it? I mean, it's been a whole lot of nothing for like a solid minute now.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that
Wow.
every second he
I'm
remains
advanced
here,
like 6
he's
hours.
electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what
Oh,
I
I'm in my
see?
office.
How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried
Feel so
again.
powerless.
And
Oh,
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
please
And I
die. You're on easement so well and beat her with such. The fight for Hegemol wants you to react faster. Like, for sure. I did it! Go what? Okay, they do revert back. What do I do? What do I do? So what do I do? If this room is literally just a bunch of buttons and there's no purpose to it, what do I do? I do? What do I do? Restart the game from the menu. You mean quit to menu. In the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job
Push
was simple.
buttons.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Good. Good for
And then
Stanley.
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked,
It's doing it
frozen
again.
solid,
There's gotta be
Stanley
something with
found
that
himself
room.
unable to move for the longest time. But as he came
If
to
it's
his
doing it
wits
again,
and
there's something
regained
with
his
that room
senses, he got up
that
from his
needs to
desk
happen.
and stepped out of his office.
After the final input, Stanley is teleported from his office to a circular room filled with colorful buttons, which is called Heaven. In the background, a choir repeatedly sings the words, "Push the buttons." You can only exit this ending by resetting the game on your own. In order to play this ending with the bucket, you need the phone outside Stanley's office to ring or the narrator to ask if the orders really stopped coming in. You can bring the bucket. Stanley will be teleported to a dark room with pillars and a purple circle glowing in the around him. Background, the choir will instead sing bucket? There's 432 buttons. Alright, well apparently there's nothing in that. Yeah, no, there's nothing to that.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
That's new.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
As we do different things requiring unique recreation.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, let's get back to the
This was not the correct way to the
lift.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't. He went to the cargo
Stanley was
lift.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's a keycard swipe.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
What
There's
if this
someone
game
you've
has
been
momentum
neglecting,
physics?
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
No.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
No.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I gotta answer this. Scam call.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I'm not doing anything you said this time.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Knew there was
All
going to be a
right,
blue
fine,
door.
go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the
textures
entire
here?
story
Really?
I'd
Is that what
written
the
out
orange is?
specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Yeah,
Help
hello,
me,
hoodie.
Stanley.
Nice.
Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've
Skill
given me
trees?
absolutely nothing so far.
Skill
Tell you
issue.
what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ooh. Aw, but he wants me to. I said we're not doing anything that he says this time. Forgot my damage was... I had cheated. What?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes?
He's so passive-aggressive. I
Wonderful.
love him.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Worldwide leaderboard. Good old Neil. Skid. Skips the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. I have not been playing for 7 hours. That's a lot of steps. Let's go this way.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
The voice
You wouldn't
actor
mind
could
taking a look at
actively
it, would
kill a
you?
man with nothing but
Perfect.
sass.
Let me
He
boot it up.
could. He could.
In
Oh, it's the burning
Baby
baby
goes
room.
left towards
Oh my
danger.
god.
You click the button to move him
What
back
is
to the
this?
right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I hate how loud this is. I hate the sound of the button. You know what? If you want to die, if you want to burn so bad, burn, do it. If you want to so bad, do it. Just do it.
Bastard.
Just do it.
Did
Yeah,
you
there
do
you
it
go.
because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
To spite
because
you.
If it's the
I
latter,
love
well, I don't
babies.
know what to do. I'm completely out of
Most
ideas.
of the time.
I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes.
Let me
This
burn
seems
more
like it'll work.
babies.
Let's give it a shot.
Still going. So I got that going for me, which is nice.
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Is this not
At last,
copyright?
the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making
Is
things
this
for you.
not
From
copyright?
now on, I will only
What?
create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley.
The clouds
I'm going to
move.
build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then.
How is this not copyrighted?
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
I don't wanna. Pick the flower. I can't pick the flower. Why can't I pick the flower? I want to pick the flower.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh. I want to stay in the house. I'm like a toddler. I literally just do everything against what he says. The music!
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No, I haven't. Why would I have? I can't go back up.
Oh, no.
A
This is far
Minecraft
more
stream.
open-ended
I've
than
streamed
I had in
Minecraft
mind.
before.
I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
No! That's not the point. I streamed Minecraft once. I want to say I streamed it on Twitch with my fraternity brothers.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Oh, he cursed. The narrator cursed. Get in the toilet. In the toilet. In the toilet. I'm so glad we finally got a Portal stream. I've streamed both the Portal games.
It's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your fault.
Those are Half-Life 2 sound effects.
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Whee! Whoa. Whoa. Okay, over the fact that you're finally playing Portal. Shit. My radio! No! We jumped down a window. Gosh, it's so dark. Him and GLaDOS would get along. Fucking despise each other. Ooh, 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 ooh. I recognize this hallway. This is the office. This off the original version. That was a mod for Half-Life. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. Why?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
I don't know
if
where
he's
I am.
happy with
I
his
feel like
choice,
I'm in hell.
and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I don't think I can do save states on Stanley Parable. The two games you play are Firewatch and Rocket League. Oh my goodness.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
It's a new dialogue.
Just a matter of time. Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
All right,
he
Hoodie.
entered the door on his left.
I think it's time for your favorite.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a
This
way
is
he had
new.
never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room?
Yes,
I
yes, he
mean,
could.
truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
I did not go through the red door instead of the blue.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I've also never been to the end of this hallway before. Alright,
Stanley
fine,
was so
we'll do
bad
the
at
red
following
door.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Chrono
I'm
King
not
Grim,
sure
not as bad as I
really
thought.
am.
It's NKG,
I
but
realize that
new.
investing your trust in someone else can be
Not
difficult,
unfair in
but the
any
fact
sense.
is that the story has been about nothing
Yeah.
but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
for
for
last.
others?
You got
Are you that convinced that I
You
want something
got it.
bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way
Oh
you're
no,
doing right
non-Euclidean
now.
geometry.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It's weird that you actually feel happy. Can't imagine. Look at that. Beautiful.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I actually feel happy. That's weird. Oh.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh my gosh, do I have to kill myself? What?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm modded to shit run to see all the challenges, including one of the map altering ones. I think the map altering one could be cool. But do they like add super hard enemies to new parts of the map?
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
I don't know. Let's do it again.
No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
Again.
I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Whee! Lonk.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Just one. Then we'll come back and kill myself.
Yes, perhaps you can.
Whoa.
Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Do a flip!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too... Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
I'm just teasing.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Okay, back we go. At this point, I really am just teasing the narrator. I feel a little bad. Whee!
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh, he's self-aware. Can't tell whether to feel bad for this guy or hate him because he's a dick. I don't know. I really don't.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming
Ooh.
in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Something about that was important. What about that was important? You need the phone outside of Stanley's office to ring or the narrator to ask if the orders really stop coming in. The door to Stanley's room will stay open. Afterwards, you can bring the bucket. What bucket? What bucket? Where's the bucket? Not a bucket. Where's the bucket? Where's the bucket? Stanley Parable, the bucket. Do I have the deluxe edition? I don't think I have the deluxe edition. I do not have the deluxe edition. Okay. Yeah, I don't
Stanley
have...
stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that... When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Ate the bucket.
Perhaps he
whenever you
wanted to
pick it
stop
up,
by the
rest of
employee
is
lounge
straight through
first,
the
just to
bucket
admire it.
Bucket. This is a bucket.
The lounge was grand,
Dear God.
majestic.
There's
Perhaps,
more.
but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, so now I did the blue ending.
And so he
I've
detoured
done
through the
that.
maintenance
That's the
section,
confusion
walked straight
ending.
ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I already did that one. Huh? Money in the morning, money in the evening. Breakfast, money, Chris. That's right, the elevator.
The moment he entered
I
his
only did
manager's
the
office,
off one.
Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell
What's
to
the
his
code?
knees, bursting into half moans,
About an hour and 20
half
minutes,
sobs,
Supreme.
the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so
2845.
devious and so random that no man could ever hope. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Why would
That
I?
kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I bet speedrunners hate this.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Do I have the strength to find out? Probably not.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
Where's
one of them,
427?
eternally monitored in this
Is that
place
me right
where
there?
freedom
427?
meant nothing.
Come on. Flip, flip, flip. Flip, come on. Flip. Oh, it's 489. Where's 427? 427, right there. It's my desk! Yay! Alright.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only
mine.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the
I
operation.
never did figure out what those
Controls
1
labeled
through
with
5
emotions.
buttons is.
Happy or sad
Maybe
or
I need
content.
to push them in reverse.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well, that did nothing. There's nothing down here.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about
0142,
about
where's
me,
the 0 button?
where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Where's the green button that it's having me look for?
This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
What? Okay, alright.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah, no, I have no clue.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Do I have to click like all of the red
Stanley?
buttons or something?
That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you.
What am I
That
supposed
timer
to
isn't a
do? What do I
catalyst to keep
do?
the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye,
Take a look at the
employee
clock,
427.
Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me.
Ah, what do I do?
And believe me,
There's
I will
so
be
many
laughing at
buttons,
every
I have to
second
have
of your
some sort of
inevitable life
power,
from
don't
the moment
I?
we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Is that just it? That's just it. That's... No way! There's gotta be something I can do there, right? There's so many buttons and it looked like something was doing something. No, that's it. That's it. I can't do anything about it. Okay, Hoodie, I think that's everything.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
I missed one.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
We've beaten the game.
Stanley
A
went around
multitude
touching
of times,
every little
Green.
thing in the office, but it didn't make us. Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on
Unplug the
cues
phone.
from his environment.
Got it. Unplug the phone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize
the
that investing your
fastest
trust in someone
ending?
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
The rustling papers gets me
No,
every
it's definitely
time.
here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most
Two wrongs
basic
don't make
safety
a right.
protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, In this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense,
Orphans.
and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? Oh my goodness. Is it already 4:30?
Excellent.
I'm supposed to be having
Making
a back,
choices on
sack,
a regular
and crack.
basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you
I
make
make
more than 8?
8.
Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember
Wow,
that
that's
in the
existential.
vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Please, 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 no more, please, I'm begging. Stop, 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 stop. Where? Right? Where am I going?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Sounds
That
like a fun
story would
story.
make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Okay.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
If I go back to my desk.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think it's obvious what I'm gonna do.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
It didn't close, but nothing's different. Why is nothing different? Imagine the main character to a story dying halfway through senselessly. Verb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
No, I see the red door.
I have to.
I can't get up. No! I saw the red door. Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Yes.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
No.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Uh-oh.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Supreme, I'll watch that after stream.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Why is it locked? It's not boarded up, but it's locked.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I can't even go down. It won't even let. Won't let me do the bathroom. Won't let me do that. This is new.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just
stop
last
humping
week.
every wall and door you
Nightshark
find. Why not?
115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I did. Night Shark 115. It doesn't have mic detection.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Oh no.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Wow. So is that all of the endings then? I'm kind of assuming it is. But at the same time, there's 6 achievements that I still haven't gotten yet. Alright, I will be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom.
You're haunted. I'm like your clown, dressed in red and far too loud.
So I have 4 achievements. And there's 6 more. Commitment, I'll just have to do some other time. Probably next Tuesday, because I don't stream or anything next Tuesday. So I can do that. Speedrun, go outside, I don't know if I'll ever get. I know how to do 8s. I don't know how to do the achievement. It's the click on doors. Beat the game, commitment. What? That's wild. So, the unachievable one requires you to go into the game files. Like, literally, go here, go to properties, go to files, browse files on local drive, and you have to open something and edit it as a text file. Wild. We can do this one. Options, extras, achievement, enable. Bingo. Got that one. Got that one. Let's try for the other 2. I know how to get 8s, so we'll do that first.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It involved falling out of bounds. I didn't read
When
anything
Stanley
about
came to
that.
a
That
set
might
of
just
2
be for the
open
deluxe
doors,
one.
He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Eight.
There we go. Got that. Quit to menu. In the game. And we're speedrunning.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Stanley Parable. It's been fun. We're almost done. I'm just doing the achievements right
When
now.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Trying to speed run for the true ending right now.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
So mad about it.
Feeling
I'm
a
sorry,
wave of
Grace.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
8.
Stanley walked upstairs to his
Oh,
boss's
what's the
office.
code? Hoodie. Oh, 2845. 2845. Oh.
Here's the door, just go.
Thanks! That makes my life easier. Beat the game in under 4.5 minutes is what it says. Actually, I think it's 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Another ending? Alright, we'll do that next.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Oh no.
The lives of so
I got
many
myself
individuals
stuck.
reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored
No
in this place
way.
where freedom meant nothing.
I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just got myself stuck.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a
right, you
set
have
of
to ride
two
the
open
elevator
doors,
when you
he
reach the
entered the door on
boxes.
his left.
Up and down several times.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm not gonna fuck around with the desks this time. I was trying to get on top of the
rose on
railings
an
ahead of
enormous
time.
room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Oh my gosh.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Just looked over and the stream has 6 likes. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Why do you like my content? I
Now
appreciate
the
it, but
monitors
why?
jumped to life, their
I
true
don't
nature
understand.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
I don't think
was this
that
the only
counts for
reason
the
he was
achievement,
happy
no.
with his boring job? That his emotions had been
I
manipulated
just
to
dislike
accept
you
him
more.
blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Can
Had
we
he
like your
truly
shit?
spent
Deal
his
with it.
entire life
No.
utterly
Refuse.
blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that... blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was
Can't
it
see.
over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still
Now
lay
it's 7.
unsolved.
Alright, which one of you did
Where
it?
had his co-workers gone?
Which one of
How
you
had
did
he
it?
been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
I have no idea if
the
I made
feeling
it.
of liberation.
We're
The
gonna find
immense
out.
possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was
Didn't we
happy.
once all dislike the stream? Yeah, I remember that. I think the stream had like 8 or 9 dislikes on it. It was crazy. I didn't get the achievement. Why didn't I get the achievement? Why didn't I get the achievement? Or did I? No, I didn't. I got the 8's achievement. I did not get the speedrun achievement. Only 6.2% of people have the speedrun achievement. More people have the go outside achievement than they have the speedrun achievement. Alright, let's try to do that other ending that Hoodie's talking about.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
I'm so
decided
sad
to go
about the
up
broom
to his
closet
boss's
still.
office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Try jumping off the lift to your death, maybe it'll count. Oh. Well, I was just vibing.
Here's the door, just go.
I was just vibing, so. You mean this one? I'm assuming you mean this one. Hoodie, I don't think I can I don't think I can ride this one back up.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Also, when you say jumping off the lift to your death, I'm assuming you mean this one over here.
The lights rose on an enormous
Look over
room
there.
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Maybe
The
there's an
lives of
exclusive
so
Ultra
many
Deluxe.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it.
I don't think I
He
can jump
couldn't
off of
accept
this
it.
one.
His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Yeah,
It was
the old
unthinkable.
hoodie account.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
To get the quickest time possible, you'll need to reach the boss's office 3 to 4 times. You can reset after the wall opens up, either through yourself entering the code or by the narrator telling you to move on. Eventually, he'll start to open it as you reach the room. Once this happens, reset a few more times, and you'll start to notice you'll start in the corridor just before the 2-door choice. From there, blitz through the rest of the first run, following the initial path laid out by the narrator. Tried this message, got to the end cutscene, Foreman 26 seconds, then restarted and got the corridor skip. What they mean by corridor skip.
All of his co-workers
Whoa.
were gone.
What?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Alright,
he
well
entered
there's the
door on
corridor
his
skip.
left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
But never
Feeling
mind.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Yeah, the corridor skip. They're also saying climb the chair, walk along the railing, and drop onto the catwalk after you've pressed the light bulb button to turn on all the screens.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
So,
Mind
hit
Control
this button.
Facility.
And then somehow get on top of the chair?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
That doesn't seem to be working.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Patent time removed
Each
human for
bore
beating the
number
first level
of an
without triggering the
employee
cutscene at the
building.
beginning where you're supposed to meet a
Stanley's
majorly
the
important
lives of so
character.
many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Yes, it's
Had
possible.
he truly spent his entire life utterly blind
I mean,
to the
2 days ago
world?
was the birth of this nation, so
But here was
I
the
would
proof.
hope.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this...
No, I hate this country. This country's got some problems. But doesn't every country?
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
How long
Perhaps
is this
his goal
cutscene
had not been
at
to
the end?
understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Can't tell if I got it. Did I get it? I did not get it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We are at roughly 1 minute. Well,
The
that
lights
probably just
rose on
killed
an
it.
enormous room packed with television screens.
I missed the button.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Yeah, you can't-
Did he have the strength
get up
to
on-
find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to
There we
images
go.
on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this
We're
the
at
only
2
reason he
minutes.
was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
This is
Had
why
he
I'm not a
truly
speedrunner. I'm
spent
already
his
getting
entire
bored.
life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation.
Peggle while you wait for the
labeled
go
with
outside.
emotions,
She...
happy or
Go touch
sad
grass.
or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
Alright, we just gotta hope that this cutscene lasts less than a minute. Hackley gave me Peggle,
and
the
a
best
rising
gift I've
chill
ever
of
gotten.
uncertainty.
Oh no, you're all doing Peggle
Was it
now?
over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
All the cool
Stanley
kids do
reflected on
Peggle. That
how
makes it
many
sound like a
puzzles still
drug.
lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not
Supreme.
knowledge or even
That's a
power
very
that he
different
had been
meaning.
seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
That's literally
And
just
that
what
was all
Supreme
he needed to
said.
know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Come on.
Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley
Got
felt
it.
the cool
Yes.
breeze upon
Got
his
it.
skin. The feeling of
I had like
liberation.
probably
the
5
immense
seconds to
possibility of
spare
the
right
new
there.
path before him. This was exactly...
Got it. Let's go. So this one requires some file manipulation. This one requires the entire duration of a Tuesday. And this one requires me to not play the game for 5 years.
right now that things were meant to happen. And Stanley...
Currently in Florida. Florida? Isn't there a hurricane down there right now, or is that over already? I feel like that might be over already. So what do we do for the rest of stream? And don't say Peggle. Don't you do it. Don't you say Peggle. Music. I would need to be streaming on a very different website for Peg to be the subject of stream, Supreme. Just gonna put that out there. Transfer the stream to sets. Man, I'd have to, like, make accounts and all that BS. No thanks. No thanks. I don't know, it's some kind of game. We looked at it on stream the other day. It's a game. Peggle. It's $1.25 for Peggle Deluxe. I genuinely can't even tell, like, what the objective of the game is from the screenshots that it provides. Like, I literally can't fucking tell what it's supposed to be. Overwhelmingly positive reviews from 07. Take your best shot with an energizing arcade fun. Aim, shoot, clear the orange pegs, then sit back and cheer as 10 whimsical teachers guide you to Peggle greatness. Similar to Plants vs. Zombies. Oh, I can't believe that. No, we're not playing Hoonie Pop. Bad. Look at the requirements. 250 megabytes of RAM. 500 megahertz. Megahertz. Windows 98 or XP or Vista. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. What else is more like this? Balloons Tower Defense 6, Casual Crashers. You have Uno, dipshit. It came free with your fucking Xbox. No, it can run on Windows 98. That's what it's recommending. The minimum requirements are Windows 98. These are comically low. Alright, 256 megabytes of RAM. Okay. Megabytes of RAM. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM available. When it says 500 megahertz or faster, that's one core at 500 megahertz. I have 6 at 3.4 gigahertz. And right now OBS is using the most out of all of it, but that's because I don't have any games open right now. So, there's that. .500 megahertz is half of a gigahertz. 256 megabytes of RAM is a quarter of a gigabyte. Literally 1/4 of a gigabyte of RAM is what this is asking. Peggle is just too powerful for my PC. You're right. You're so right. You're so right. You're so right. Well, if we can't come up with anything, then we can just go on ahead and end. I've got some work I gotta do. Where's my playlist? There it is. What, the whole Florida thing? Florida is a hell of a weird state, but also a fun state. And warm. Also, wasn't there a hurricane down there? Like, recently? I don't know if it's over or not. I know that there was a hurricane pretty recently, but like a big one that like was just happening. Oh my gosh, I hate Bing. Bing's search algorithm is just terrible. Literally terrible. Come on. I could be mistaken. I don't know. It has crocodile hurricanes. That is something somebody very recently that was in my feed was talking about, was the fact that hurricanes literally will pick up alligators from swamps and toss them into people's backyards. Just randomly. So, that's a thing to watch out for. But I am going to call it early here. I've got some stuff I got to go do. So that is going to be it for today. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. That was a lot of fun. I get to just remove the whole part 1 thing from the title, so that's cool. But yeah, without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. What else? What else is there? Don't forget to stay hydrated, get some sleep if you need to. Is that it? I'll see you guys in the next one? Yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. Later, y'all.